And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand, guys. We got a bit of breaking news for you. As you can read there in the title, the Southport killer's face has finally been revealed. We've got an image for you for there, and it's as evil as you probably would have already thought. We're going to be discussing that in today's live stream, whilst also, of course, going over a bit more. More has come out on the story, of course, pled guilty earlier on. However, there's been more that's came out via the Telegraph about him being referred to the sort of counter-terrorism, extremism scheme a few times, and trouble from his school as well. So, again, this is looking like it could have been preventable. Again, we'll get into that story a bit later on. But as always, guys, do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get involved in the live chat. We'll be taking some live chats from you a little bit later on. But let's go through what you're all here for. For a very, very long time, guys, we've just been given old images. We've been given sketches, we've been given these kind of things with regards to the Axel Rudabakana. However, following his guilty verdict earlier on today, or pleading guilty, we have now got the first mugshot of him. That's it. As I said, bare your eyes. There's the real photo of Axel Rudabakana. Now, yes, I would say, a lot of people would say he looks as evil as anything in that image. I mean, look at it. But again, you can't necessarily just judge someone based on the way that they look. But my goodness me, that's what he looks like. And that is the image finally revealed after all of this time. So yeah, after that guilty verdict, or him pleading guilty, we have actually got an image of what he looks like. Someone saying, Martin Goodman there saying, it's killer eyes. Yes, my goodness me, that's his mugshot. And that is his image having already been revealed. Now, on this case as well, guys, just to carry on, there is a little bit more on the situation. More has kind of came out via the Telegraph. And actually, they've been reported that the Southport killer was actually referred to counter-extremism scheme 3 times previously. 3 times he was referred to the counter-terrorism extremism, meaning, of course, that, again, if this had been caught onto, and Britain or whoever the authorities at B would have got onto this, then of course it could have been prevented. Other stories as well, other news on this one has came out stating that his school was actually wary of what he was all about in terms of they referred to, they were worried about the way that he was so violent in his life, and where he was at school was really, really bad. They said that his school had already noted that down about his violence. Of course, I think it diagnosed on the autism spectrum. It was also being reported as well. But he had left his first school originally and moved to a specialist school where they expressed concern about his behavior and his violence towards others. So again, this could have been monitored, this could have been checked upon it, but especially what the Telegraph revealed earlier on, that he was referred to the counter-extremism scheme 3 times. That's diabolical. That can't be happening, and again, that is definitely preventable. In a way, it's diabolical that this has not always been recorded, and it's not been, no action been done about it. So yeah, I mean, what can you say about it? I mean, this sentencing begins on Thursday for Axel Rudabakana, and again, we're already getting wind that it's, of course, going to be a life sentence, or multiple life sentences, but that's what we saw in the court documents. But then we also saw as well them also talking about his mental health being something bad as well. So hopefully he's not going to a loony hospital, and he's actually going to be going to prison, and must be going to prison and not be going to sort of the mental health route. That shouldn't be the case. Again, we'll see what it's all about and see what actually comes from this. But my goodness me. Have a look at this image one last time for everybody that is tuning in. I don't really want to see it, and I'm not really going to be showing it off on this channel anytime soon, because quite frankly, I'm disgusted by looking at that face, and quite frankly, I don't want to see it. So yeah, there you go. Do let me know your thoughts on him and his face, and the news that's kind of coming out that he was referred to counter-extremism 3 times. Now, I'm going to take some chats, guys, so do let me know your thoughts. I can now do this. So if you are new to guys, you didn't see our live stream earlier, we can now select your chats. So, yeah, I'm going to bring up some now. Collie Dog says, a bit of a wrong un then. Yeah, definitely. Mum's the Word says, yeah, right, mental health issues. Yes, again, it's always mental health is always being played in these things. But I thought it was going to be coming at some point for sure. Alan says, no trial, no evidence. How convenient for all the authorities involved. Judge says he could be looking at a life sentence. Surely not a bit harsh. What, for a life sentence? Surely he'd be deserving more. 3 life sentences and the rest on top of that. Well, someone here says, enough is enough, saying these politicians need to be held accountable. Well, with regard to what the Telegraph published a bit earlier on, they also said that Keir Starmer and the police were guilty of a gigantic cover-up over the Southport murders. Nigel Farage has said previously, as he suggested there might have not been the riots if the public had been told the truth. Obviously, Nigel Farage has came up many, many times talking about this. And again, he did reply earlier and said, will we get to find the truth? Which did meet a lot of comments saying, well, you told us that you know the truth, so why don't you tell us now? Which he hasn't replied to yet. But of course, there is just talk around that Starmer knew, but we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait for that. But as a lot of people are saying here, that day may never actually come due to the way that this trial is currently gone. But we're hoping that we do get the actual truth from this. Life sentence, 30-year recommended. 3 life sentences, surely. 90 years, no? Oh, here we go. There we go. That's a bit more. He probably knows a bit more than me. Under 21 will not get a full life sentence. 30 years max. Yeah, that's brutal. That's the country that we live in. America, I think you just get whacked with however long years. You get given like 300-400 years, and there's obviously no chance of you ever getting out. Proper jail sentences, proper prison sentences. Let's have a little look. Yeah, but there's a lot of news coming out on this one. I mean, it's a really brutal story, to be perfectly honest with you. But again, ultimately, the most important thing is obviously getting justice for the victims. But his sentencing will begin on Thursday, and then we find out. But we finally got the image of what he looks like. I'm not going to share it again on this live stream because I don't really want to be showing it off here. But, of course, there is going to be a lot more, hopefully, to come out with regards to Starmer, potential involvement and covering up, police involvement. And we'll find out maybe very, very soon. But guys, that's enough from me. Do let me know your thoughts on this case so far. Do let me know your thoughts on, do you think Starmer was involved by any means? Again, let me know in the comment section below. And what do you think of the killer's face? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all in the next live stream. Take care.